What do I have to say about anxiety? If you're somebody who experiences it, just know that you're not alone. And there's a lot of us, majority of us in this world, who do experience anxiety. And I definitely am one of those people. So, I don't know. Welcome to my channel, you guys. I want to talk about my experience with anxiety and the things that I've done in order to maintain my quality of life while having anxiety. So, let me give you a little background to who I am. I've experienced anxiety my entire life. It has been something that I have always lived with. And a lot of people, though, have anxiety or they develop anxiety because of them being in fight or flight mode most majority of their lives, right? So that either comes with having a trauma or being in an environment that makes you feel unsafe, or where you have to pay attention to everybody's feelings around you and all the things going around, so you can gauge the energy of the room. And if you feel unsafe, if you've ever felt unsafe growing up, or if you've ever felt unsafe in any situation, that can ignite your anxiety within you, right? And so it's being a fight or flight mode, having high cortisol levels, always being anxious. Back then, though, when I was experiencing it, I had no idea what it was. I suppose I didn't know up until I was in college. When I was in middle school and when I was in high school, I remember having anxiety, but you know I was more angry than anything. So I just remember being up all night worrying about the most irrational shit, you guys. Literally worrying about the most irrational shit. Being up, not being able to sleep, thinking about the worst possible outcome, thinking about like if I said something wrong, worrying about if tomorrow's gonna be a crazy day. I just remember worrying a shit ton. And as I got older, when I went into college, I understood what my anxiety, that it was anxiety, because I would start to have like derealization, and I would kind of start to dissociate a lot on my day-to-day basis. I felt as if everything was like covered in clear wrap, and everything was fake. I don't like, I was in a video game, and some days it would be really intense to where I would just have immense anxiety, experience it, and it would pull me back. And I think that was probably my body's way of just protecting me from anxiety. Um, the overthinking, I suppose, because anxiety within itself, I don't believe it's bad, but I'm going to get into that. But it was just my body's way of kind of protecting me, because I am an overthinker, and I am somebody who is always in my head, and I am somebody who will think about every freaking possible outcome 24/7. I don't leave my mind. And so my anxiety was really intensified to the point to where I would wake up in the mornings. Okay, put it this way. The first thing to wake me up in the mornings was my anxiety. My anxiety, my chest hurting, my chest hurting really bad, and I would just wake up with heart palpitations, and it hurts, and I'm already fucking anxious. So that I would have anxiety all day, and then when I went to sleep, and it was so bad that even in my dreams, I don't sleep the whole night through, but I would have nightmares for like 3-4 years straight. So it was anxiety all day in the morning, what woke me up all day, all night, anxiety in my fucking dreams. And I remember it got to the point to where I was like, fuck, I just can't even escape my anxiety from my dreams. Like, this is really fucking tiring. I'm so drained. I'm so tired. And I just want to chill. I want to chill the fuck out. So as the years went on, I've learned how to understand my anxiety, and I've learned how to regulate my nervous system, right? And ground myself and do things that I have to do in order to maintain a grounded state and to maintain like a relaxed, calm nervous system. And even till this day, though, my anxiety has been acting up a little bit throughout the day, but that also I really do believe is because of the energy. Those who are sensitive to energy, those who understand energy, a lot of the anxiety that we have isn't ours. we kind of take on the weight of the world. And, if you're somebody who can feel somebody's emotions, majority or not, that's probably why you have anxiety, because you're absorbing energy around you that isn't yours. So that's one thing I had to learn for sure, is how to protect my energy. First and foremost, I've learned to own my anxiety. I own it, you guys, because you cannot change what you do not own. You cannot change what you do not understand. So if you're going to keep fighting your anxiety, and if you're going to say, no, this is a bad thing, it's going to continue to stay there, and it's going to continue to get louder. So I own my anxiety, because my anxiety is one energy. We only have one energy, and that energy is me. Anxiety is joy. Anxiety is excitement. Anxiety is sadness. It is one energy, right? So from what I've learned, anxiety is just energy that is filtered through belief systems that come out as anxiety. So you can transform your anxiety into joy, into excitement. So I own it. I own it. When anxiety comes, I don't fight it. I've learned to say, welcome into my life, welcome anxiety. And I had seen a documentary actually about monks, I believe it was, who talk about anxiety. I own it. When anxiety comes, I say, hello, anxiety, welcome, friend. And ever since then, I've been doing it, and it helps tremendously, just because, like I said, when you fight anxiety, it gets worse. And it's like you're playing tug of war. And once you learn that your anxiety isn't there to hurt you, your anxiety isn't bad, the anxiety that you're experiencing are parts within ourselves that are showing belief systems, or parts that we can love more and grow within. Once we understand it, we can transform that anxiety into happiness, into excitement, into joy. But also, we got to remember that we have to let go of the anxiety, because anxiety within itself is showing us a definition of what we do not prefer that we are experiencing. So now we can try to understand and transform that into a definition that we do prefer, right? You do that by understanding it and realizing, I have anxiety. Where is this coming from? Welcome, anxiety. I understand you. I feel you. I own you. I love you. But I'm going to release you, and I'm going to let you go. And now I'm going to move forward. I'm going to experience joy. And whatever I'm experiencing must be here for a good reason. Must be here for a good reason. So, what is a good reason, and why am I experiencing this? Because I choose to focus on that. I hope that makes sense. So, that was what I still practice that till this day, because I do still experience anxiety. It got really good. I wasn't really experiencing anxiety when I was my whole death and rebirth, but that's because, though, you guys, I was doing the things that I needed to do in order to ground myself. But also, I do believe that I was in part of my life where I was just supposed to experience like the happiness and the solitude and the growth, and get in touch with who I am. And when you're on different levels and chapters of your lives, and I've said this before, as above so below, when you're in a high, you're gonna have a low, and when you're in a low, you're gonna have a high. So right now I'm in that part of my life where all the triggers are kind of triggering and coming up, and so I'm put into a situation where I can understand my anxiety on a deeper level. Okay, so what I've also done is I meditate. I meditate, you guys. Meditation gives you an opportunity to quiet your mind and understand and get in touch with your body. So meditation, it could even be like 5 minutes a day. Even 5 minutes a day will make a huge, huge difference. So meditation, when I was outside in nature, okay, these are all things you can do to regulate your nervous system, therefore, regulate anxiety that you're feeling. Outside, in the sun, vitamin D, I would stand outside and I would say, I allow the sun's energy to heal me, and I absorb the sun's energy. I'd go outside, I would hug my trees. I hug my tree. There was a time where I was hugging a tree in my apartment every day, 4 minutes a day, in the morning, before the gym, and when I came back. And I would hug my tree and I would talk to my tree, and I felt so fucking connected to Mother Earth. And that's also when, though, Mother Earth was speaking to me and everything, and it was so beautiful. And I woke up and I would do my affirmations. I would take time for myself. I would say I love myself. I would look in the mirror and say I love myself. If I felt anxiety, I would say that I was safe. Working out for sure has helped me regulate my anxiety because it gives off the feel good hormones like endorphins and stuff like that. The sauna, I was doing the sauna every day, you guys, for like 15 to 20 minutes, and I do believe that had a huge fucking impact on me being happy and me being calm, because every time I left the sauna, I felt so fucking amazing. Like, it's like every time I stepped out of the sauna, after I worked out, obviously, it felt euphoric. It felt really, really good. And I think because I never did it before, so my body was just releasing all the toxins, and, it lowers your blood pressure, I believe it does. It also does a lot of good stuff. The sauna is really, really fucking beneficial. So if you guys, I highly suggest the sauna. But most of all, my anxiety has subsided a lot because I started taking care of my body. I started taking care of my body. I started, like I said, just going out in nature, meditating, and speaking kindly to myself and slowing down. I think it's very important to slow down. And when I started to slow down, I started to become more aware and more present of everything around me, because for me at least, my anxiety and my anxiousness play hand in hand, and I always feel as if I'm in a rush. I have to hurry up. I have to get up and do this now. When you brush your teeth, you're brushing your teeth fast. You're showering fast. You're using the restroom fast because you're so used to being in fight or flight mode that everything you do is so fast and you're in a hurry. And I had to learn how to slow down. And I'm still practicing that now, is slowing down and being present. Just chilling the fuck out, because you deserve to experience life in the presence, in the now, with a calm, safe nervous system, and a lot of us don't come from that. So you have to create that within yourself. If you don't come from a safe home, you have to create that home within yourself. And it's a challenge, but you're not alone. A lot of us go through it. So that's the beauty in it, is that you're not alone. And also, like I said, anxiety isn't a bad thing. It's not here to, like, I don't know, once you own it and once you understand it and once you realize that it's giving you a definition that you do not prefer, you can now let it go and turn it into excitement, turn it into joy. That's what they call, like, alchemize. Like an alchemist, you transform all your pain, all your struggles into power, into wisdom, and it's really beautiful. But it takes time, and it's tricky because you have to learn your body. Anxiety. Oh, another thing, anxiety. The reason why okay, I'm very grateful for my anxiety. 100%, even though it's a bitch and even though it fucking sucks sometimes, I've learned to be grateful for it, because without my anxiety or experiencing anxiety within me, I would not know myself on this level. My anxiety is so loud and so constant that I have no choice but to face the shit going on in my head, the things that I'm thinking, my own darkness. I had no other choice but to face it because it was that intense. I'm grateful for it because it really showed me. It showed me who I am. And it took a lot of years, though, for me to understand that that's what it was doing. It was showing me who I am, things within myself. When you decide that you want to love yourself and you decide that you want to, heal or understand yourself, I would say look at your anxiety. That would be the first place to go, and sit with it and love yourself through it, and be gentle, and be understanding towards yourself, and know that this is just a part of you that is here to help you, that is here to guide you. And that doesn't mean that it's not going to be hard some days, because it is, like I always say, it is. But you now have an understanding of what it is that you're experiencing. And like I said, you're not going to get it on the first try, the second try. It takes time, even many years on this freaking journey. Like I always say, I'm still fucking, like, sometimes my anxiety is just like, okay, get the fuck away from me, because I just want to be happy right now, and I'm human, and I believe we get to just feel that once in a while. You're not perfect. You don't always have to solve the shit right away. You don't always have to, like,
you know, be on top of your mental health if some days shit gets hard and you know you just want to chill the fuck out and relax. Some days you're meant to feel your feelings and that's it. You're meant to feel it, you're meant to cry, you're meant to just be there, and that's it. You don't even have to fucking solve it some days. You can just feel it and be there.
I think that's it for today. I love you guys, and I will see you next video. Bye, everybody.